Well, what'd you think? Good, right? Gets really interesting towards the end. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the story overall. Number one, remember me, Tookie, and Booth. We have this gentleman who just bursts in on the snowstorm. The whole place is just like closed down, and Lumley gets a lot of heat, as it were, from Booth, and more specifically Tookie, about the irresponsibility that he's gone. The guy took the wrong directions, obviously, winds up in the wrong lot, Salem's lot or Jerusalem's lot. It really kind of depends on how it's looked at the time. But basically left his wife and child there, his daughter, and to go find help, to go find someone to get them to the right place. And it gets a lot more complicated. First off, Tookie's just like, you tourists, it's the middle of winter, and now you decide to travel, yada, yada, yada. And we don't know the circumstances that the guy was in. He might not have had a reason, really, might be more complicated than what Tookie was realized about why they were traveling, but that's neither here nor there. And unless I'm radically wrong, I don't think King even addresses it in the story. But either way, he is working in his tavern, his bar, that kind of stuff. And they take care of the guy. Like, even though he's really kind of rough and really kind of rude, he's still helping this guy out. He kind of gets him out of the cold. He takes care of him. He kind of brings him back to I don't want to say sanity, but I don't want to say health, but kind of snaps him out of it after the heavy journey. And then we've got, and all this is being, of course, chronicled by Booth, who this has already happened, and Booth is reflecting on years past. Okay, so as we're being told the story, we need to know that obviously Booth, we know, survives because he's the one telling the story. But we also know that he's an old man now whenever he is telling the story. And he was younger. He wasn't old, and he wasn't young when it actually occurred. But he's older now. And so we go through and we find out about how this guy kind of went the wrong directions, left them in this lot, went down that unplowed road, which, is like basically all the signs of don't go that way was there, and he did not pay attention to it. He still went. In fact, it's one of those classic horror elements whenever you're reading it, or more specifically like you're in the theater or you're in the movies, and you're watching it at home, and you're like, don't go down that road. Don't walk down that alley. Don't go into that haunted house. Just don't do it. Of course, they do it anyway, because, that fuels the story. But they make the mistakes, and that fuels the story. And so basically, Tookie really has no tolerance for that. But even so, he finds out where they are. They load up, and they go get them. Now, Tookie and Booth know what's going on. They even go through the history of how the undead essentially systematically take over that lot. How they become very dangerous for the town, and people start disappearing and all that kind of stuff. They discussed it. Specifically, people they knew, and they know the danger, but they take the guy out there anyway. And this shows a level of bravery and social concern, as it were, about this, because they didn't have to go. They could have just been like, sorry, but, good luck. There's a gas station 3 miles down the road. We'll take you down there, but this, that, and the other. But no, they go there to essentially rescue these strangers. Even though Tookie knows that it might be over for them already. They go. They take the cross, they take the Bible, all that kind of stuff. They go prepared, but they go nonetheless, knowing what it can mean for them. And I think that's very revealing. Specifically, given how we thought Tookie is this really kind of callous jerk to the guy overall, except for that aspect of the fact that he puts his money where his mouth is, so to speak. And